The kindness of an Uber driver extended to an 89-year-old veteran is coming full circle. She and her growing family are now the recipient. Lauren Mulville happened to be the Uber driver who picked up Ronald Debner from the hospital. When she took him home in Henry County, she saw terrible conditions. He was all alone there, so she helped him to the door, then stayed, cleaned the kitchen, cleaned the bathrooms, then wrote on Facebook asking other people to help, and dozens did.
Every day I'm so thankful that these people who give so much of themselves are willing to come and help an otherwise perfect stranger in their time of need.
Mr. Debner there and the group helping him just found out that Lauren's expecting a baby, so they wanted to pass on the kindness that she inspired, so they threw her a great baby shower. They've all become very close. They still go and check in on Mr. Debner regularly. The original story is really worth another watch. You can find it on our 11 Alive app.